Good evening. Wellington Rommefeller here, ready for another Aristogamer video review. The Colonel was due to be back from safari last week. However, due to unfortunate circumstances, he's currently preoccupied. He sent me this telegram. Jay, my boy, stop. Been captured by lions. Stop. Lions with telegraph services. Stop. Will be released upon delivery of 3 antelope. Stop. Head-butted 2 and am out to hunt the last. Stop. Wish everyone my best. Stop. Give 'em what for, old boy. This week we decided to review a relatively unknown game on Steam called Magicka. The third-person action-adventure title is rife with so many interesting mechanics, I'd best stop dawdling and get right to it. Magicka's style of combat is based on 8 different spell types, which the player can mix and match to create new spells. Just when you think you've found your favorite spell, a new spell sets your heart aflutter. I say, this ice beam is marvelous. It's the only... What? How did you do that? Beam spells in multiplayer can combine, forming an even more powerful beam! But mixing 2 opposing types like fire and ice produces cataclysmic results. The graphics in Magicka aren't anything to rave about, but they really don't need to be. The game has a cartoony, fun style that doesn't require a tremendous number of polygons to please the eye. Bright colors and creative spell animations drive this game to greatness. The staff spent what seems like an ungodly amount of time cramming jokes into this game, so much so that a few playthroughs are required just to catch them all. This interesting element allows players to be engaged in the game for more than a few hours, and it adds replay value, unlike some games I know of. No! Bad Dissidia! Bad Dissidia Duodecim! No, go back where you came from! Bad game! Bad game! Bad game. Bad game. The wonderfully varied cameos are just the drippings on the Yorkshire pudding of this game's humor. Words can't describe how wonderfully crass you feel when lighting the Knights Hussayni knee ablaze or attempting to cut off the head of the Highlander. $10 will net you Magicka on Steam. There aren't many games with prices that good. Add that value into the fact that there's so much DLC available for it, and suddenly Magicka becomes violently appealing. It must be said that Magicka is a game best played with multiple players. The madness of different spells flying about adds to the tenseness and fun. However, the problem of friendly fire proves to be more than maddening. When playing with 2 or more people, some spells can become less of a weapon and more of a liability. The humor, while wonderful most of the time, does tend to get a bit tiresome. Some of the jokes were old hat before I even heard them. If I'm playing a game on Steam, you can safely assume I heard enough "I'm firing my laser" jokes back in 2008. And other jokes go the way of the cake is a lie in terms of repetition. It's funny until you've heard 3 Jake legs with bearded necks shouted at you, and then it's just dead horse walloping. In the thick of fights, your fingers are flying faster than a biplane. In all of that commotion, you tend to leave some spells in your pipeline, leading to spell-related mishaps. I can't tell you how often I've laid a patch of huge, formidable-looking healing mines, or unleashed the fires of hell on myself. If you have $10 and a craving for something unique, Magicka is the game for you. Through all of the gameplay frustrations, it's still a rip-snorting good time. Whether you're playing with friends or going it solo, the game is challenging, and often has you playing for more time than you bargained for. Until next time, this is Wellington Rommefeller bidding you a good evening of good gaming.